We're at one of our stops and Kevin pulls over. What is he doing? Let me guess. I bet you anything he's looking at a rock. Hey, what are you doing?
Checking out rocks.
Are you looking at rocks?
Yes.
All right, guys. So Gertz and his wife, Tanya, helped us out, and they went and scouted the entire trip, seeing what stops we could stop at, seeing if it was even plausible to stop at some of these places.
The reason that we're taking these steps is because we've got such important people coming. We want to make sure it goes off without a hitch. So we're going to spend a lot of time and effort preparing and getting this right so that our friends don't have to.
So, yep, they headed out on an excursion, weekend getaway with the two of them. Hopefully they had some good times.
Morning. It's a little after 5 and it is Red Friday. Our Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl this weekend and we're pretty pumped, and Tanya and I are hanging out here today and tomorrow, and we're gonna go and do a scouting trip for the river run. So we're gonna go and check out, make sure we know what amenities are at each stop, make sure we can get into each stop and actually know where we're going before we get there. So we're excited, and we're gonna bring you along for today. So, well, it's a little after 7 now. We've made a couple stops and we made a pit stop out here. It's sun's coming up and a beautiful view off the river here. So we figure we'd do a quick segment. It's cold. It's probably right at freezing, if not a little bit over. Ben wanted me to jump in the river, see if I could do that. And sorry, Ben, that's not gonna happen. It's too cold. Afraid I might have a heart attack, buddy. But we're gonna keep trucking along. Everything's looking good so far.
Hey, look, we found Lewis and Clark.
Well, we crossed off our 7th checkpoint and things are going well, and then we pull in here to check out the loading ramp situation, and then we're stuck in this little park area, and then the train's got us blocked in. So we're just chilling, taking a little break, and then we'll get back to it. Weather's looking nicer today. It's not as cold as it was, so it should turn out to be a pretty nice day. And Tanya and I are enjoying the nice country drive. Actually, she's not. She hates the windy roads and all the potholes, but I actually enjoy that a little bit, so I'm having a good time.
Hey, Ryan. Gertz almost got your truck stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Not true. Not true. No, that's a good 4-wheel drive you got there, Ryan, and pulled right out. But the ground did break and it's cold. So looks like it wasn't completely frosted below here. This is one of our checkpoints, and this is a necessity checkpoint. But we're not gonna get the trailers down here. We're gonna have to park way up on the levee. There's no good place to turn around, and there's no good place to beach the skis. So I took a little bit of a long route because I thought we would be able to maybe get some footage about halfway through on the river, but yeah, that's not gonna happen. And we can see the highway we need to be at right in front of us here, but there's a train in the middle of the tracks and it's not moving. I don't think anybody's home, so we're gonna have to backtrack and figure out. Well, we definitely know don't take the long way.
Don't take the long way.
No, take the highway.
It's the longest way.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to reroute here.
So there's stuck train number 2.
So we went down a gravel road to turn around, and it looks like there's a train waiting on the other train. He's just sitting there chilling, nowhere to go, and he's waiting on this other train that stopped on the tracks. So there must be something wrong with the engine car, but at least we found a decent place to turn around and get back on track. So
I don't see a for sale sign, but I'm sure the right offer, they might consider it.
Yeah, that's a beaut right there.
Danny's still got the springs on it, so you just... Well, Ben, Kurt's made a wrong turn. I think we're in Iowa.
Missouri River runs through Iowa too, doesn't it?
We'll bring you back some corn.
So check this out. Here we have a wharf wall tie-up that's probably a good, it's got to be 1,000 feet or better away from the edge of the river, and obviously the river's moved course over here, but this is circa 1800s. So the river boats would have pulled up to this and tied off and then unloaded cargo here at one point in time. So that's pretty cool. It's amazing how far away from the river it is now. Going over the Missouri River, got a big bridge here. So we're gonna be able to see all the folks on the skis coming through right here. It's gonna be awesome to watch them go under go under this bridge. So this is one of our checkpoints that we're coming to look at, and yeah, good thing we're out here looking at them, because I don't think the boys are gonna get up this one. Let's see if we can go down the road and maybe find another way. So I think I found another way here. My wife thinks that it's completely sketch, but I think the guys could probably get their skis up there and then make it up this short but steep path. So this may work. This may work. Cool. I think we're back in business.
What you got there?
Well, there's not very many places to stop out here on our little venture, and I eat cheese dip all the time. I love it, and I opened it and I was like, well, this looks a little sketch. It's usually not so gross on top, and so I thought, well, man, maybe it's expired. It expires it's the 10th, 11th. It's the date today.
10th.
It's the 10th. It expires on the 15th. So I don't know if I should eat this.
Problem.
I don't know if I should eat this or not. So we're what was that, the public service announcement? You know, I would say when you're in out in the middle of nowhere and you're in smaller areas, and definitely check the expiration on the items that you buy,
especially when it's from a gas station.
Especially when it's from a gas station, and because you never know. So no.
Because who buys cheese dip at the gas station?
Well, I was trying to treat myself to a nice lunch, but oh well. Why aren't you gonna eat it?
So are you gonna eat it, or what's the deal?
No.
Why?
Because it.
You have 5 days.
But it doesn't look right. I ain't having it. Ain't gonna happen. Nope. It's gonna go in the trash.
Maybe Ben and Ryan want it.
Maybe I should bring it back.
It's a souvenir.
Oh, maybe I should bring it back to him.
Ooh, put a bow on it.
That's a good idea. All right, yeah, maybe I'll save it for him.
So we have a follow-up story to our cheese dip Casey's story, if you want to let everybody know.
Yeah, well, so I really wanted the cheese dip. I already bought the chips, and I wouldn't eat the cheese because, I mean, it's bad, right? And,
nope, not bad.
In my opinion, it's bad. And so I go in this other gas station. I'm not going to name any names here. And every one of them was expired.
Expired.
Last month. They're both, I think there's 3 or 4 of them, 2 different brands, were both expired in January.
So you did not buy any cheese dip?
So yeah, I'm going to recommend to never get cheese dip from a gas station. Well, we just completed all the checkpoint stops for day 1. And we didn't take a lot of breaks, and we made it here about 3:30. So it does take a long time. Day 1's gonna be it's gonna be a long day, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. and we're checked out the campsite where we're gonna be camping for the night. Looks like a pretty cool place. There's a really cool inlet where I think we're gonna be able to park all the skis, and it's gonna be a pretty cool little spot. So I'm really excited about that part. And on to the next. We're gonna start day 2. So we made it in pretty late last night. We got about I don't know. What do you think about a 1.25 days done? Maybe 1.5. Pretty close to it.
1.5.
So we made pretty good time last night, but we didn't shoot any more video because we were tired and it was time for bed. But we stayed at the Crown Suites here, but it's pretty awesome. It was this is an old apartment building. It was built in the 1800s. It's pretty freaking awesome. The rooms were great, right?
Super great.
Yeah,
Lots of space.
Yeah, for the price that we paid, this is an awesome spot. And they have hot breakfast. Look at this: bacon, eggs, sausage, biscuits and gravy. You kidding me, Ryan and Ben? You know. Oh, and I got the pepper all over it in case you guys are wondering. Pepper's there too. Yep.
And juice bar.
And juice bar, you bet. We're gonna eat breakfast and we're getting on the road. And it looks like it's gonna be a nice day today, so we're excited. We're at our first stop now. This one's a really good checkpoint, and it's in a nice place. It's big, so it's 8:45. I think we're definitely running late, but at least we're out here and we get to see it, and it wasn't dark out. We didn't leave as early as we did yesterday, but I wanted to point out just how cool the fog looks off of the river. It's beautiful. The other thing I want to point out is what really makes is kind of disgusting is all the trash in the river. Guys, ladies, gentlemen, everybody out there, throw your trash in the trash can. Put it where it belongs. This is not okay. All right, this is the river. This is not okay, and we need to do a better job as human beings, and we need to pick up our trash and throw it away.
Yeah, you tell them.
Other than that, it's a beautiful morning. It's still freezing. You can see all the moisture coming out of my mouth, and it's not just because I'm a hothead, but beautiful morning, and we're excited to finish up our trip and our scouting event for our big event.
So it's been a long trip. We're headed to our last checkpoint, and there's the arch. Let's see if we can get a better picture of it. I would say that's a sight for sore eyes, right? After we've traveled
Yes.
for hours and hours and hours.
We're actually gonna get right in front of the arch. We're gonna get closer, but what I forgot to tell you guys yesterday at one of the stops, we saw an armadillo, and it was the coolest little thing. And I thought we would get some good footage by the time we got the camera out. I was walking towards it, and it scurried, and man, those things actually run pretty dang fast. But it was cool.
And Kevin tried to run after it,
I did.
Didn't quite make it. Oh, it's so good to be at our last stop.
That's nice. All right, what's up, everybody? So we just finished the last stop at the St. Louis Arch, but unfortunately, I don't carry cash, and it takes $10 cash to get into the area that we were wanting. The guy was nice enough to let us go through, but we wanted to shoot some video there, but unfortunately weren't able to. So that concludes our trip.
So my son and I were here in the shop on Saturday. We were working on his car, changing the oil and doing stuff. And I get a text message from Kevin, and it's pictures of a wrecked truck. And I'm like, wrecked truck, a tire, and police report. And I'm like, what the what?
Ben sends me a text and says, this just happened with Gertz. I look at my phone and I want to cry because this is Gertz's baby.
So we decided to invite.
We want to get as many people involved in this as possible.
We invited Kevin's wife to join us this morning, and we're going to put her in the hot seat a little bit to talk about some of the things that happened. They had a somewhat eventful trip, So,
Okay.
from what we understand, there's
more to this story.
There's more to the story. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of the incident that happened. Besides, we'll get to everything else, but besides the trip,
I'm just going to throw it out there. I think you guys are heroes. In my opinion, had you not been where you were at, people would have died. You are heroes.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
My truck's ruined, but you guys are heroes.
So we'd eaten gas station food for like a day and a half, and I was like, all right, we have to stop. And she's like, you want to sit down somewhere? I'm like, yes. Yeah.
wait. Let me ask before you get into this. How far out of your way did you have to go to this particular place? Okay, I want to point this out. You went 9 or 10 minutes out of your way to have something happen. That's probably what? The odds of that happening are like 1 in a million, right?
Drove out of the way, and I usually park a ways away from things because I don't mind doing a little walking, and I like to stay away from people. I don't want door dings on my vehicle, you know.
I'm going to have to stop. I'm going to have to interrupt this.
Okay.
We're going to have to rewind about 15 minutes prior to what he said.
Uh-oh.
He says, honey, where do you want to eat for lunch? So I'm looking, naming out, Chili's, Olive Garden, blah, 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 some Mexican restaurant 10 minutes away. Let's just go to Olive Garden because you can get salad too. That's easy. He literally said, you pick, right? So I'm pretty much never going to pick Mexican because once his choice is always Mexican. So I just said, okay, Olive Garden. Well, I really want Mexican food. You want Mexican food?
Well, so then we park. I back in like I always do.
Okay, now let me point this out because the picture that was sent to me was not parked across or away or far away from door dings. He backed the truck right up to the door. I mean, did you hit the curb?
Yeah, no.
Because if you had a hitch, you would have been putting it through the front door.
Yeah. Because I was hungry for Mexican food, so we need to get in there real quick.
Not Olive Garden. That was closer.
Yep.
That Tanya wanted to go to.
Actually, every other restaurant was closer. That was like the furthest out restaurant.
Okay, so we need to tell about what happened.
Yep.
So let's hone in on the incident.
Well, I think.
So you backed in, you went inside.
Yeah.
You ordered. What did you eat?
Well, cheese dip right off the bat.
Of course.
You know, I had to have that. You guys know I could drink that with a straw. And then.
And he has.
And we're just get the food out, and some of the waiters, the wait staff, come running up to us. And what did he say, Tanya? You drove the Tundra and it went boom?
Yeah, he asked if we drove the Tundra. It was, they were, some of them I don't think spoke English. One of them I don't think spoke English at all, but they were really, you could tell they were really trying to tell us something had happened and we needed to go investigate.
They don't speak English, but they know the word boom.
Boom.
Yeah, so you go, Tundra, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, what? And so I got up right away, and I go outside, and
Tanya, was there any curse words that came out of his mouth?
Yes. Am I under oath?
I had to walk away.
Am I under oath?
That was a definitive yes.
I had to walk away, so I saw the damage and I saw the tire, and what they were telling me didn't make sense.
Right.
So I don't know if you guys have seen the videos online of like you're driving down the freeway and somebody loses a tire, like it comes off of a truck and it goes shooting off and bounces and destroys, obliterates a vehicle. So that's basically what happened, except Kevin was not on the freeway. He was eating cheese dip through a straw in a restaurant. So the reason they were heroic is because he parked in front of the restaurant.
The restaurant window.
Completely
Yeah.
blocked it.
Yeah.
So the tire would have gone right on inside.
Yeah, the trajectory of the tire would have went right through a window, and right there was where all the wait staff was. So it's the counter you ring up and pay your bill at. And later on, I will say this now, is when I went back in to pay the bill and get the food that we didn't get to eat, he said, he goes, I'm here all the time. He goes, it would have killed me. And he said, thank you. And they were all over. They were great. They didn't even let me box the food up. They were so thankful that we parked there because it would have destroyed the restaurant. The guys were pointing at me. They're like, no, keep going. And I'm like, really? That far away? And so I keep going. And then all of a sudden, through the bushes, I pop out and there's a Jeep with missing tire. I couldn't believe it. And
Poor Jeep.
so this is about a quarter mile away.
Yeah, it went. So here's the Jeep
that lost their tire. Look at this. It looks like the lug nut snapped right off. And that's the tire that came and destroyed my truck. Everybody's okay, so glad. This tire jumped past three or four businesses, a field, and then hit a curb, bounced up, and smacked my truck. I couldn't make this up.
It did some damage, folks.
I couldn't make this up.
Yeah.
So then the roughest part is I've got to talk to Ben.
That's the roughest part.
I can't. You never know about Ben.
Ryan buys him a brand new truck,
and he's worried about
he's
Ben.
worried about me.
Yeah. Well,
somebody's got to be the pit.
That tells you who the tyrant is.
So
I was worried about the poor people that it was their Jeep, because when Kevin left, storming down the field, trying to figure out what's going on, you know. So last time I see Kevin, he's fuming, right? F-bombs, whatever comes out of his mouth, stuff I probably didn't even hear. He tells me what happened, that his wheel fell out, and, you know, it's terrible. It was a fluke thing. And then I see Kevin coming back, and I literally warned the guy. I said, he's really mad, just so you know. But when he finds out what happens, he'll be fine. Like, because I was nervous for what Kevin was going to say to this guy about.
So after his long walk across the field to the auto parts store, he must have calmed down.
Well,
It must have been a long walk.
It must have been a long walk.
it was, but the reality is that happened for a reason. Period. I can't help but think we were there for a reason, and then I was like,
news flash or the headline is Kevin and his wife save 18 Mexicans from severe death. I don't know.
Death by tire. Well, Tanya, I'm glad you went with Kevin and you kept him toned down and saved somebody driving a Jeep from imminent death. So
glad you're safe too, because
It was a good weekend, all in all.
all right. Well, we want to thank Tanya for joining us and taking the punishment of 8 hours in the truck with Kevin and dealing with Mexican food and
Oh, 12. It was 12 hours.
12.
12 hours.
She kept track.
Yeah, she did. We're gonna have to get her some Olive Garden.
Yeah, you jerk. It's a good thing that Gertz went out on this trip, because we found out there were some key areas that we wanted to stop. There's a shipwreck, if you want to call it that, that we were wanting to stop at. Key areas we found out that we can't even get to. It's private property, gated off, chained off with signs that says no trespassing. So we're glad that he did this recon mission, because it could have ended up a big oopsie out there on the river. So it doesn't matter who's there, who's involved. It seems like there's always going to be some sort of fiasco. So you guys are definitely going to want to stay tuned for the river trip, because if a tire hit the truck on this trip and I wasn't even there, you know, with me being involved on this river trip, there's going to be some shenanigans and some crazy things that happen.
You're gonna want to stick around. Obviously, we're trying to do the steps of the river run and get things prepared, but it's going to be awesome. If this much drama is happening now, just wait until we put Ryan on something mechanical and send him 330 miles. It's going to be amazing. And then the people that are coming, we're so excited. Fab Rats, Merlin's Old School Garage, Chad's Fab, Bob's Gulch. These guys are going to come out and they're going to drop a brick. I mean, it's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. So we're trying to get everything lined up and do everything so that we know exactly what's going to go down and make sure that it works out for everybody. But stick around. There's going to be more. Hopefully not as much drama, but there's going to be more coming on the river run. We're excited. We're raring. I'm hoping for warmer weather because I'm ready to go. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate you guys. We will see you on the next one.
I'm a little concerned right here. I don't know if you can see the water, but the river gets really small. So how are you guys gonna get, how are you gonna get everything through there?
Oh, honey, that's just an irrigation channel off the river. It feeds water all these crops down
Oh,
here.
that's not the river?
No.
Oh. Okay, nobody needs to see that.
There's no road that goes that way up here. It's not on here.
Well, let's take a look at our recording it just in case.
At least not on Google.
How stuck is this train?
Like Chuck. It's really nice. And,
Is it just me, or does anybody else get nervous when their spouses or their buddies drive sideways? They're like driving straight and looking behind them. You do that all the time, and it makes me nervous.
well, I'm a professional. Don't try this at home.
A professional.
We even got to
dispensing.
lock it in four-wheel drive, baby. That was fun.
When we got stuck.
Yeah. No, we didn't get stuck. We never got stuck.
You heard it. We got stuck. We
you
totally
tricked-
got stuck.
You tricked me. Your favorite part was the windy roads, right?
That was my not favorite part.
Right.
Anyway, I tried to mess with him. Kevin tried to mess with me. It's a whole bunch of messing going on. A vicious cycle of messing. He's not even here to punch you. Okay, so Tanya joins us. What did you like the most?
I liked getting out of the car and going to the hotel. That was my favorite part.
We're getting used to it as well.
Tantrum anymore. It's just Kevin. He well drove, truth be told. I just want to get home.
And if you had done that, people would be dead.
Right.
Yes,
So
'cause
what
you
that
guys
was
are
going to happen
heroes.
anyway.
Mexican food will save your life.
Yep.
What do you think of our little river excursion we're going to do?
I think you guys are nuts. Like, do you really know what you're getting into?
Nope. No.
We don't, and we hope it's as nutty as it sounds.
I just want to make it uncomfortable for everybody sitting here at any given point.
Mission accomplished. It was a beautiful start to a bad sentence.
Oh man. All right, I'll shut up.